Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt here, and this is my sixth installment of my vlogs. And this afternoon, I'm going to talk about my rare birth defect that I mentioned in the first vlog I did. It's a urological defect that I have. It's rare, and why I'm doing this is to try and promote myself out into the world to try and get the support that other people need in the world. And if you come across this video and you are expecting a child with exstrophy, or this is what I've got, or you want to know more about my condition, or you're living with this condition, I'm just going to try and give you a bit of advice and tell you what is happening. Now, I was born with bladder exstrophy, and you come to me, what's exstrophy? Well, exstrophy is the bladder on the outside of me, and also was born with epispadias. This is when the bladder is on the outside of the body, and when I was born, often includes the anomalies of the bony pelvis, the pelvic floor, and the genitalia, which is the epispadias side of things. Epispadias I'll get into a little bit later on. Bladder exstrophy occurs between 1 in 10,000 and to 1 in 50,000, with a male to female ratio of 2.2 to 3 and 6 to 1. The classic malfunction of bladder exstrophy presents with a defect in the abdominal wall opened by both the external exposed bladder as well as the position of the urethra, which means when I was born, my the bladder wall that holds everything, the abdominal wall that holds everything in, was weakened, and everything was pushed out. So my bladder was on the outside because of a weakened abdominal wall. The treatment is we have surgery when we're about 3 or 4 days old, depending on the surgeon and depending on the outcome of what happens. They close the bladder back into the abdominal wall, often requiring fixing up the pelvis and also fixing up the hips, because the hips are involved, and the hips are opened up and displayed like a book. So they come in and wire up the hips. After them putting in the putting the bladder back into the back inside the abdominal wall, they go on and fix the penile, the penis, and the epispadias, including the penis, and also we have fix up urinary incontinence, which means we leak urine, and for them to fix that is they go in and fix up a thing called the bladder neck, and they try and tighten it. And once they tighten that up, most of us, I don't know, a lot of us start using a catheter, which I'll explain later, to control our incontinence. Approximately from the ages of 2 and 3 years of age, the patient then undergoes repair of the epispadias, which is the opening on top of the penis instead of the urethra on the tip of the penis is done. Then the bladder neck is repair. Bladder neck repair is usually occurred around the ages of 4 and 5 years to control the incontinence and start introducing a catheter so that you don't wet all the time. yeah, there are some complications that do come arise with this, which includes reflux back up through the urethra, up through the ureters into the kidneys from the bladder spasms, and bladder stones, and also urinary tract infections, which I'm prone to urinary tract infections, and I get them a lot, and they're annoying, and they're painful sometimes, and yeah, no, I wish I didn't have this condition now. The Epispadias side of things is a rare type of malfunction of the penis in which the urethra ends in the opening on the upper side of the penis. It occurs in around 1 to 120,000 male births, so that is very rare when you think about it. And Epispadias is uncommon form of spectrum of a failure of the abdominal and pelvic fusion, in which the first months of the embryos, known as Exstrophy and Epispadias complex, which I have. While Epispadias is enhanced in all cases of exstrophy, it can also much less frequently appear in isolation as the last severe form of the complex spectrum. It occurs as a result of the defect malfunction of the genital tract to the coaxial membrane, and so malfunction of the genitalia at about the 5th week of gyration. So that means in about the 5th week of forming, all of these defects happen, and it happens at that time of birth and all that. Most cases involve a small and brief penis, which I have, which requires surgical closure soon after birth, and often includes the reconstruction of the urethra, wherein part of the larger exstrophy, not only then the urethra but also the bladder exstrophy. The treatment for Epispadias is the main treatment for isolated Epispadias is a comprehensive surgery repair of the urinary area, usually during the 7th year of life. There are several ways they can fix that, and yeah, with bladder exstrophy, it can be a pain, and I live with this for the rest of my life, and yeah, I've had my surgeries, I've been closed up and all that, but just the living side of things out of hospital when I was growing up, having surgeries and all that has affected me a bit, and it gets to me sometimes. Sometimes I wish I wasn't born the way I was, but it just happens. And yeah, I was put onto this earth for a reason. And if you're struggling like I've always struggled, always try and keep a happy face. I know they always say try and smile and always, but try and put your front foot forward. You know, life is difficult. But like I was saying in my first video, I'm going back to see my urologist on Friday, because I had a procedure called a cystoscopy, which means in layman terms they put a camera up into the urethra, check the bladder out, and my urologist has found a growth in the bladder, and he went and sent that off to biopsy and to see what it was, and on Friday I go and see what it is, I'll be asking him a lot of questions about what they found, and yeah, I'm hoping everything's fine, and yeah, I'll be asking him a hell of a lot of questions. Now, if you're struggling with this condition or anything, please let me know. Or if this is your first time knowing about this condition and you just were here to find out what it is, great. Please comment below and tell me if you were born with it or if you're just stepping over and hearing what this condition's all about. Please like this video and share it, because this is going to help a lot of people. I'm 30 years of age and I've lived with this for most of my life now, and I use a catheter, which is this thing here. Hang on a second. This thing right here. That helps me to catheterize and urinate, because I've got no way of doing that on my own. And they introduced that to me to help relieve a lot of stress and all of that in my life. There's a lot of people that I know with this condition that I've met on Facebook that live a happy and wonderful life, and it's great to meet people like that who have the same struggles as we do. We're all different. Exstrophy can come in different ways, affect people in different ways, and we need to let people out in this world know what it is, so that it's not so unknown. It's still unknown, and when people say what it is and all that, you explain, and they're like, that is very interesting, because it is a very interesting defect, and the more that they can study and research on it is brilliant. As living in Australia, I do find it a bit hard to find people with this condition, but I'll get there eventually, and there's a lot of people here in Australia with this condition that I know who has it, that I communicate with, and they're brilliant people. Like there's one young girl with her young daughter that I've met recently, like last year, and they're just the most nicest people. You know, this young lady with her daughter, she's looked after her daughter so very well, and that, you know, it's amazing what the condition can do, and you can have different severities of it, and just to watch, you know, she's so happy to have her daughter do everything and all that. And like, you know, I've met this other girl that's here in Brisbane, and she's the most loveliest lady as well. You know, I'm slowly finding people that have this condition. They might be more severe than me. And I was talking to one person saying, oh, this is actually my urologist. And I said, oh, you know, I've lived with exstrophy all my life and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I catheterize and all that. And I go, there's worse people off in this world than I am. And he said, never, ever say that. He said, you're a special person and you've had your fair shares. And he understood what I've been through, which really helped open me up a lot. You know, why I'm doing this video is to try and get the people that are out there, to get people to bond together and to meet one another with exstrophy. or other rare birth defects, you know. Exstrophy can be such a downer sometimes. We ride our roller coaster of life. Like I've met on Facebook, there's people over in America I've met that are beautiful people, but like meeting this young lady with her daughter was just amazing. Seeing my first Australian people, I don't want to name names or anything at the moment, but it's just, yes, I'm an adult, and seeing a young girl, was brilliant. But then when I got to meet this lady here in Brisbane for the first time was brilliant. Just means a lot. When I want to try and meet more exstrophy patients, which would be brilliant. It's rare, but I'm hoping one day that this video can go beyond what I've done and help people to come and get help if they need to. Go on if you're lonely. I was once lonely, and you could get depressed, and I understand that. I get depressed. We get lonely, depressed, and we struggle. And if we can find people on the internet, please do. There are websites on Facebook you can go to that are bladder exstrophy support groups, and there are people there that are always willing to help and ask questions and answer questions for you. We are here to help. We're one family. And, with this coming to the future of everything, I struggled, with this also, I struggled through school. School for me was hell. I'm just so glad I don't remember school or anything, because I was teased, bullied a lot, and I hope that, this is life. That I understand that people say you got to keep your chin up and fight the good fight, which I've tried doing all my life, and that's just tough sometimes, but hey, I'm a survivor, and I've got my battle scars to prove that, I'm a survivor, and that is what it comes down to. I was put onto this earth for a purpose, and my purpose is to try and spread the word about exstrophy, and for all those people that are new to dealing with it, parents or parents with kids, or or if you live with exstrophy yourself, I understand what you're going through. With the parents, I don't understand. It's hard for you to watch your children go under anesthetic, and I understand that. It's hard to let you pass your child to someone you don't know, and I know that is so hard. But please know that they are there to help you, and I know this seems a very harsh condition, and sometimes it can be, but just to let you know that I live a healthy life, and I go outside and explore this world, and I've already done parts of Australia, and I'm willing to go overseas soon for the next, in the next couple of years. I want to go overseas to explore more. I'm an adrenaline junkie, and I love that. And sometimes, yes, my exstrophy has stopped me from doing things, but I've learnt that that's no excuse for me to not stop and think. I always stop and think, this is one step forward towards my goals in my life. And, there's always a lot of goals that people can have with exstrophy. You're not limited to anything. You can do anything you want. Just think positive. Don't think negative. I used to think negative things about life, and yes, it's something that can happen, but You know, we've got to think the non-negativities and think positivities. That is why we have the support groups there to help people. Yes, we are going to have days that we're going to be down, and so much down, and we're not going to be happy, and I understand that, but that's why we're here to help. If you need help, if you want to reach out, please get in touch with me or get in touch with Facebook, and we are all here to help. You know, I'm an Australian with this condition, and there's tons of people out there that are willing to help. You know, I just want to say, big thank you to those who have helped me. Now, this is my way of helping other people, is making this video, trying to support other people, and, this will hopefully be reached out to someone else out there. I'm just hoping that this video can reach the corners of the globe, just to try and help someone out. And if this has helped, please give the like button a like. Please comment and subscribe for more vlogs from me. This is a bit more of a emotional vlog, a bit more of a sit down and serious vlog. I just wanted to explain everything to you guys, what I've gone through. The next couple of days I'll talk about school and how much school was bad for me and how much I was bullied, and that's not too good. I've had a bad, rough life, and a lot of stuff has affected me, but I'm here to try and help other people out, and I hope this does go out and help people. I will see you guys in my next vlog, and yeah, next time when you're looking around, think of me. And Bladder Exstrophy is sometimes can be a downer, but it's always an up thing for me, because I've met all these other famous people, not famous, but other people that I'm so glad to meet, see, like that young lady with her daughter in New South Wales. That was a great time when I met her, and this young woman in Brisbane was brilliant. Not, like I said, not naming names, but yeah. I just want to say thank you to everyone, and to those who need some lifting up. You are all special people, alright? One big hug to everyone. Alrighty, I'll see you guys later. Bye.